I'm here in Emigrant Canyon, north end of the Toiyabes, and I have a wonderful inset floodplain. This is that flat-lying area of Emigrant Canyon going down, and it's going to flow into Big Smoky Valley eventually. Now we can see this is inset between these kind of beveled fans. Old relic fan surfaces have rounded snouts. Those are older surfaces, much older, probably at least Middle Pleistocene. And so those are what's constricting this floodplain. I'm interested in these inset floodplains because those are the locations where we have the highest potential for preserving buried archaeological sites. I know that because I have found, and it's been documented in other of these inset landforms in the Toiyabes, we have the Mazama tephra in the depositional profile of only the inset floodplains. It's not in these older fans. Those would have older tephras maybe, but not the Mazama. The Mazama provides us a limiting date for the inset floodplain. And so to be able to map out the inset floodplains relative to these older relic landforms, especially the relic beveled alluvial fans that extend from the mountains here in Emigrant Canyon. So we're going to take a look at those upstream here and get a little bit of exposure to that Mazama and check it out. All right, cool. A lot of cows getting fed over here at the ranch. Maybe a little background noise for the morning. Has some pinyon jays flying around. It's really cool. Nice spot. After a bit of a bushwhack, we made it to the Mazama outcrop in this arroyo. We're in Emigrant Canyon, a little higher up. It's kind of a bedrock constriction down there, so it's holding up this big sediment package. So we have a depositional record. It's wonderful because we know, pretty sure this is the Mazama tephra. It's in the right position. I've seen it other canyons up and down here. And so I know this is 7,700 years ago when Crater Lake erupted and spread the ash across western North America. And we get it as a wonderful time marker for dating, especially these inset fans in these upland regions, like here in the northern Toiyabe. And you can see it's nice white, a little reworked, but we're getting drapes of the runoff from last season. here, but this is a wonderful marker. And on here, quite often see it on a little weathering profile. It's a little oranger. We have some gravels in because this is alluvium. This is fill coming down this wash, filling in this canyon behind that bedrock constriction, and gradually filling this up, and this little basin up, forming this inset floodplain. So I'm going to sample this tephra here so I can make sure and confirm that it's Mazama. Each of these tephras have a unique geochemical signature. Trace elements provide a fingerprint that points back to the eruptive center, in this case likely at Crater Lake, the Mazama caldera that erupted and collapsed about 7,700 years ago and spread this across the landscape. But again, it's a wonderful marker, 7,700 years ago, and kind of provides a little cheating tool to get a date on your landform pretty easily. So yeah, I'll do some drawing, take a few photographs, and call it a morning here in Emigrant Canyon. Really cool. Nice. Wonder what there is to find in this profile. Awesome. So we got a nice sequence. There's a really good package behind this constriction, and we can really get some good information from this inset floodplain here on Emigrant Canyon. Really nice. All right. Nice charcoal deposit in this profile above the Mazama. Mazama's down around the corner, and but it was stratigraphically below this sequence. We have a charcoal thing here, probably natural fire depositing charcoal as the floodplain was building up. So we could get a good date off this. I can't sample it today because there may be archaeology here, and I need to see if there's site record or what have you. But so I can't sample this today because it could be cultural. I don't think it is, but it might be. And it's buried in this sequence, and we have buried soils that Danae had sampled, had profiled up there. We can't sample those either, but during this phase of the project. So Danae documented those a few days ago. And so we've been kind of interested in this canyon up here because it has such a good depositional sequence. Mazama, 7,700 years ago. A burn sometime later, probably 4,000, 2,000 or something. I'm probably a meter deep. It's hard to tell. This could be a real rapid sedimentation or it could be slow. I'd like to know, so I'd like to date this. And then we could date those soils to see the wet meadow stability when the floodplain was relatively flat wet meadow before the big arroyo that I've been walking through was cut in, and the incision, the constriction down here was incised and allowed this to head cut and form the arroyo that's really cool today. So yeah, awesome. Let's get going. A lot more to look at.